Hello guys, Sunfluffer64 here, and today I'm going to review a once good game. That once good game is Rayman 2: The Great Escape on Nintendo DS. I know this game's on Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and Dreamcast, but I decided to review the DS version because it's pretty buggy and the controls are awkward. I know that the iPhone version's clearly the worst, but that one's nearly unplayable, so I needed to review a playable one. The game begins when a whole bunch of species on Rayman's world have been captured, including Rayman's best friend, Globox. Rayman himself got captured, too. Rayman lost all of his powers, but Globox manages to bring one back to him, so now Rayman can use his new power to escape from the prison ship. Now Rayman and Globox plan to slide through the pipes to escape from the ship. Now Rayman and Globox are planning to jump down to the planet together, but because Globox is an idiot, he knocks Rayman in the opposite direction, and now they're split up. Globox's idiocy made him lose his best friend again. Well, on with the game. When Rayman lands, he doesn't know where Globox is. He doesn't even know where to go. So look at the background right now. I'm in the woods. See? Now look. I'm like in a valley and there's no woods behind me. Kinda weird. So the first character you'll meet is Murphy. That little frog-like being. He explains the controls of the game and gives hints. Now, I can't stand Murphy's creepy smile. Oh, his smile. It's so weird. I can't stand it. He never stops smiling. It's like he's overly happy. Okay, you see that cage? There's a slave in there that was imprisoned by the robot pirates. Break the cage, and then a yellow lum will come out. So the yellow lums, there's a total of 1,000 in the game. When you collect them, well, you don't really unlock anything. You do get this cool side story that you can read as you get more yellow lums, but it's not that much of a big deal. But you're gonna have to collect all 5 yellow lums in this area to pass. Rayman meets one of several of Globox's 100 kids. Yep, Globox has 600 kids, and here's only 3 of them. Sadly, Globox isn't there, so they'll all get sad. Rayman asks them where Lee the Fairy is. Lee the Fairy's the one who gave Rayman his powers. Of course, the pirates took him. Okay, people, prepare yourselves for one of the greatest moments in gaming history. It's the Teensies! Yep, they forgot who their king was, so they argue over which one is the real king. Now, here there's only 4, but I bet there's way more. You know this whole scene. They argue over which one's the king. But the Teensies are actually really important. Let's just watch this cutscene because it's funny. It's me. 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 No, me. Believe it or not, these Teensies are some of the most important characters in the game. Know why? Because they bring you to the Hall of Doors. Now I bet you're wondering, what the heck's the Hall of Doors? The Hall of Doors, not much to say. It's basically like the world map of Rayman 2. You just move around and pick which level you want to go to. Seems simple enough. Oh look, there's Murphy. Let's get out of here! Okay guys, let me just sum up the whole plot for you, so you won't have any trouble understanding this game later. Now, the robot pirates, led by Captain Razorbeard, invaded Rayman's world, broke up the heart of the world, which is made up by the 1,000 lums, and enslaved everybody, so Rayman needs to stop them. But they captured him and took his powers somehow. So Rayman needs to save Lee the Fairy. Don't worry, that's not what the whole game's about. He saves Lee the Fairy in the 2nd level, so she gives him another power. Now Rayman needs to get the 4 masks to revive this guy named Polycus. Yeah, Polycus, he's like the god of the Rayman world. I don't know what the developers were thinking when making it, but once he gets all 4 masks, he'd be able to wake Polycus, so he'd be able to destroy all the pirates. Look at Razorbeard. He's not intimidating. I mean, look at him. He's like the smallest out of all the robot pirates. He's no more intimidating than Yosemite Sam. Well, in like the PS1 and PS2 versions that have voice acting, Razorbeard actually does sound like Yosemite Sam. Seriously? Okay guys, let me tell you about the 4 masks. Well, as you progress through the game, you'll always come across a sanctuary. There are 3 sanctuaries. The 4th mask is in some random level. And then at the end of each sanctuary, you need to fight a guardian. But when you first enter the sanctuary, you'll meet the teensies, and they'll say you need a certain amount of yellow lums to pass. To tell the truth, when I rushed through this game and didn't collect that many yellow lums, they still let me pass, so I don't know if it's possible not to have enough yellow lums. Okay, back to the Guardians. First Guardian's Axel. He's some creepy ice guy. The second's Umber. You don't really need to fight him. And the third Guardian is Fouch. The 4th mask, it's found by a baby glowbox in a cave. So it's like, that cave was the Guardian of the mask? Pretty rushed. So basically, the DS version's just a port of the Nintendo 64 version. And most players would know that the Nintendo 64 version would have slightly different music. Well, let's listen to the Nintendo 64 version's theme. Now let's listen to all the other versions' theme. Weird, isn't it?